Okay, good morning. Welcome to another session of Java programming language. In the last video, we have discussed what is exception and what are the types of exception and what are the ways to handle the exception. See, exception handling is a four-step process. What we do, we place the critical statements inside try block. In try block, what happened? Try block first find the problem, that means hit the exception. If some problem occurs, if some exception occurs, try block find it and then throw that exception. That exception is actually object, and then that exception object is called by the catch block, and in the catch block itself we can take the corrective action. So let us try to understand this with the help of example. So let us take an example of arithmetic exception. I have already created a NetBeans project. In this, let us try to let us take three variables. Int a is equal to 0, b is equal to 5, and c is equal to 5, right? And let us try this. A is equal to 10 upon b minus c, and print the value of a. System dot out dot print ln a. So you can see this is the critical statement. This line can create the problem. We can clearly see b minus c is equal to 0, and this will be divided by 0 error. If I try to run it, the code will crash. You can see java.lang.arithmetic exception divided by 0. Here it is worth noting that Java is not forcing us to handle this line or to handle this exception. So this exception comes under the category of unchecked exception, right? So unchecked exceptions are optional to handle. It is up to the user whether he want to handle it or not. If we do not handle the program will surely crash. But Java does not force you to handle those exception, unchecked exception. Now let us keep this line inside try block. Now write catch. Since this is the arithmetic exception, we can use arithmetic exception class. To catch this exception. Okay. So what will happen? This line will produce an exception, and it will be caught by this catch block, and here we can take the corrective action. So in place of b minus b, we can do a is equal to 10 upon b plus c, right? And then we can print the value of a. So if I run it now, so you can see now this program runs perfectly. see, this line produces the exception, but we handle it inside the catch block and our program runs fine. So this is the beauty of exception handling. So it is always recommended that a good programmer should handle all the checked and unchecked exceptions. Though checked exceptions are must to handle, Java forces us to handle the checked exception, but we should also handle the unchecked exceptions. Okay, now let us try one more example. Let us try one example named number format exception. What we are going to do, we'll read the command line arguments, and we'll try all the arguments. We'll try to convert all the arguments into an integer value. The arguments which are convertible to integer will be converted, and the string type variables like ABC will not be converted. So in such cases there will be number format exception. So what is our goal? We are actually counting the valid and invalid numbers. So let us declare three variables. Int valid is equal to 0, which will count the number of valid arguments in this command line argument string. Then second, invalid is equal to 0, and suppose a variable n. Now let us try to convert. Let us try to read this array. N is equal to integer dot parseInt. This integer dot parseInt is used to typecast the string type value into integer type. This is a ready-made function, args and I. So first we need a loop for int I is equal to 0 and I less than args dot length I plus plus I should rather keep this loop outside the try block. Now okay, now catch. Let us remove this. So if the control comes in this catch block, that means the argument is invalid. So invalid plus plus, let us increment the value of invalid variable and continue in the loop. Otherwise the number is a valid number and we can increment the variable valid plus plus. Right. Now let us print the values of valid and invalid arguments. System dot invalid, number of invalid arguments is equal to invalid, and this is actually our number format exception, not the arithmetic exception. Actually we can have n number of catch statements with a single try block. If you are not sure what type of exception a try block is throwing, so you can include all the possible type of exception classes with the catch block, and at the last we can use the exception class, which is the parent, which is the super class of all the exception, and exception class is able to catch all the possible exceptions, so we should use exception class at the end only. So this is number format exception. Now let us project properties. So this is project properties. Let us give the values. So now let us give some arguments. Suppose ABC, XYZ, 2, 45, 67, I, me, 7, 6. So let us count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are total 8 arguments, and out of them 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 are string type. We can say they are invalid arguments, and 4 are number types. All these arguments will be stored in the string array, so all will be stored as a string, but this 76 can be converted into integer. So this, if we use casting to convert this 76 into number, this will be easily converted, but this string ABC XYZ will not be converted. So these are invalid numbers, and 2, 45, 76 and 76 are valid numbers. So there are 4 valid and 4 invalid numbers. Let us run it. So we can see number of valid arguments is equal to 4 and number of invalid arguments is equal to 4. So this way we can use exception handling. In the next video we'll see some more examples of exception handling. So goodbye for now, see you in the next video. Thank you.